And here we
Okay.
go.
Hey!
Welcome, everyone, to Gunpla Talk. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tim, childofmecca.com, one and only. And as always, I am joined by my awesome co-hosts. And this show is a little treat because we've got everybody on. Everybody. Let me mute my YouTube because I can't hear myself. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, we've got everybody on this time because we are celebrating our 12th show. So essentially our 1 year anniversary. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's due to you guys, and it's due to all these guys' hard work. So thank you, everybody. So with that being said, we're going to go start around the room for introductions. We're going to start with our special guest, the one and only Jim and Boo. Jimmy, introduce yourself.
Hey guys. I don't know about special, but
Hey guys.
hey, I'm Jim Mimbu or Jim or Jimmy. I also go sometimes by my channel, YouTube name, Gunpla Fixation. I guess now that we're talking about the hangout, I started this hangout a long time ago with Justin and Simon. We just kind of casually, let's just start a hangout, and it kind of grew into Gunpla Talk when Tim and Zach came on board, and then eventually Joshua. So I've been doing Gunpla for a few years. I'm a flow builder. I got my YouTube channel. What else can I say? Not much. Glad to be here. So ask away, guys.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Hey, thanks, Josh. Glad to be here. I jump in, but from time to time. I used to headline. Now I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. So, but I'm still around. So, and thanks for having me. I guess back to you, Tim.
Well, thank you, man. Hey, thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're busy on weekends now, and thank you for taking the time and being with us on this special occasion. So it's appreciated, man.
Yeah.
But next up, we're going to go to Rookie of the Year, Mr. Josh Dara. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, everybody. My name's Josh Dara. I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I've been into Gunpla for about 3 years now. I'm also an illustrator and a general kind of artist. And last year I entered the Australia GBWC with St. Andrew that I spent about 6 months on, and I ended up getting first place. So I'm currently the Australian Championship, but I'm hoping this year is going to change and we're going to get some new blood in the comp and they can beat the crap out of me. But other than that, I've been on the show maybe 4 or 5 episodes now. So man, it's good to be a part of the team and to celebrate this 1 year anniversary with you guys. And I have something special to celebrate. Okay, Zach, can you make me big on the screen?
You're big on the screen. Hang on.
Big on the screen. You're at.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Big.
All right, I got something special to celebrate 1st year anniversary. Wait for it. Yeah! Hey, I gotta do this time. There we go. So man, all the viewers, you know that this is going to be a party. Look at these balloons. So we're serious about this stuff. Yeah. But no, glad to have all the people in the chat with us in the show. Ask all your questions. We're going to have a fun show. So that's me.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Josh. The balloons are a great touch. We appreciate the balloons.
Yeah, thanks for stealing those for some kid's birthday party.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, did you get those special for the show, or is that something you just had lying around the house?
Oh no. My girlfriend, she was making me some breakfast while I was setting up, and I sent her a message. Oh, can you get some balloons at the store when you're there? And so she got some. Yep. So we just blew them up and set it all up. Yeah. I mean, it took me out. That whole thing took me hours to do. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Sure.
That is awesome, dude. That is the best. Awesome. That could not have started the show off better with the balloon deal there. That's awesome.
I think the word you're looking for is extravaganza, I think.
Extravaganza, yes. Yeah. Yes. Spectacle even, yeah. Awesome, dude. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Josh, as always. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, so next up, Zach, go ahead and give the screen over to Mr. Bustinius himself, the bearded wonder. Justinius Builds. Justin.
All right, there he is.
I'm Justin. Been doing this for about 4 years now, I think. I don't keep track anymore. I like robots. That's about it.
Best
Perfect.
intro ever.
That's the correct answer right there. We like robots too. Awesome. Well, Justin, you just released a model, didn't you?
I did.
Cute
I'm on a
little
roll
SD
lately.
Jesta deal.
Yes, sir.
So adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love SD.
Very good. What's that?
You gotta love SD. A lot of people don't like SD, but I absolutely adore SD kits.
I like the Jesta. It's awesome.
That
awesome.
just is pretty cool.
Cool. Well, Justin, thank you, sir, for taking the time out of your day and being with us. All right, so next up we have the English gentleman, the one and only Simon Gundam UK.
Hello, I am Simon, otherwise known as Gunpla UK, and I am jet-lagged.
Jet lagged. Tell the people why you're jet lagged, Simon.
I got back from Japan on Thursday.
And how bad is the jet lag right now?
It's pretty bad. It's like I don't even know what time it is. It's confusing.
Are you like wide awake right now?
No, like the opposite.
Oh, jeez.
Just struggling to stay awake at the minute. It's crazy. But, I should be okay. This is an extravaganza, so I should be able to stay awake, and I have a Diet Coke to keep me going. So.
Well, if you nod off, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Simon.
Hello.
Hey, Simon, are you like me where like going from the west to the east, you don't get jet lag at all? You get jet lag really bad going the opposite way?
I haven't been the other way yet, so I have to go the other way to see if that theory is correct.
You go around over Asia, don't you?
We go the other way, yeah, sort of over Russia.
Yeah, for me, going from America to Japan or Korea, I never get jet lag at all. I'm always perfectly fine. But like going back home to America, it's when it really hits me. So
right.
It's always tough. Anyway, go on with the intro.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but I haven't quite finished, have we? Yeah.
Oh, well, have you finished?
All right.
Think so.
Continue.
I was just about to say, I'm a Mika Modland YouTuber and blogger from the UK. Hello. That's it.
Awesome. And he writes awesome articles too, so
Thank you.
Well done, Simon. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, and last but certainly not least, Mr. YouTube personality himself, wonderful, epic reviewer, Zach from ZakuAurelius.
Yes, if you're here, you probably knew that because you're already on my channel. So, but yes, I'm ZakuAurelius. Today is a special day for me as well. Today is actually the 2-year anniversary of my channel, so it's 2 years since my first upload.
Last one.
Almost 600 videos and 18,000 plus subscribers in that 2 years, so it's been pretty good, pretty fun, I guess.
600 videos. Holy crap. That's so many.
Almost.
That's a lot.
Wow.
And, you know, not all showstoppers, I'd imagine, but, you know, it's pretty good, I guess. Been busy. Yeah. Hi. Hello. And welcome. So.
Well, you must be
Let's have a
doing
good show.
something right at this point.
Guess so. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple haters. There are very few that are out there. But yeah,
There's always haters.
That's it. This is for the haters.
I've been.
We love the
pretty
haters.
lucky.
Come on.
It makes it interesting, right?
Damn right. You know what? Like we say, if you got haters, you must be doing something right.
Yep.
That's right.
You got at least have one or two.
Yep.
Hey, little Dougie. Hey, yo.
It's my little dog. It's my Gunpla companion.
Ooh.
Always by my side.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
So I hope you have a little mask for your dog then, right?
Actually, when I'm painting, he's outside, and I never let him in the room when I'm painting. But other than that, he's always with me. he's been on a couple of videos, and if you guys are subscribed to my channel for a long time, you might even see him when he was like a puppy. I have I think there's a video somewhere where he's like licking the box of like the corner of my biting the corner of my perfect grade red frame box or something like that. So he's in the video somewhere. And then when he was a small pup, I think he was like 6 months old. That's when I started building my paint rack, and while I was building, he was like all over the wood and licking everything and just biting the pieces of the shelves and stuff. So he's also in that video. So from time to time, I'm filming like whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm building, and he just shows up and barks at me or whatever. So I sometimes film him a little bit, so people kind of see him from time to time on my videos. But yeah, he's usually on my lap. He's on my lap now.
If you guys aren't subscribed to Jim's channel, then you should go subscribe there as well. So, but hopefully everyone is. Well, while Jim's talking about working, why don't we get to talking about what we're working on?
Definitely. I was just going to mention that, so thank you,
Yes.
there, Mr. Zach, for the segue. Let's start with Jimmy. Jimmy, what are you working on, man?
Actually, I can kind of show you. Actually, before I show you, do I show first my kits, the kits that I bought recently, or do I show my work in progress?
Well, what are you working on?
All right, let me just get Charlie down. Little lap dog.
Get down, Charlie.
Actually, right now I can kind of walk to my paint area and kind of show you guys what I'm doing. Let me flip my camera around. All right, so working on the SD Titans Mark II kit bash, and right now I'm just kind of doing a lot of masking, just pretty much. Let's see, masking fun. Woohoo!
Wow.
And yeah, just kind of masking away. I'm trying to achieve that two-tone kind of RG look. You know, that kind of light shade, dark shade kind of combination on the armor.
Has the paint come out how you thought? Because sometimes when I do that, one of the colors is a lot darker. Like there's more contrast than I planned. How's it looking?
Yeah, actually it has. I had to readjust my ratios.
Yeah.
Because my darker tone was way too dark. It was like almost black. And it was like a really dark blue. So I kind of had to go back and use that. I mean, kind of readjust my ratios. But now I'm kind of happy with this color. It's a few shades darker, and it contrasts well, but I still see it as blue. It's not really black. Here's the beam saber. SD kits are known to not have clear parts, so I just kind of painted mine that little pink, and that's pretty much it. I'm really chipping away at this, especially this week since I have a nice chunk of time to paint. And these pieces are all dry already. I just have them here, just kind of organizing it and kind of masking away. I have some parts that are in my dry booth, kind of drying for now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's basically my focus right now, is to get this done. And since I'm kind of in the middle of trying to move out of my current place, moving to a new place, I want to get this done before I start, packing. If I have to move while doing this, that's fine. But my goal is just to kind of get this thing out of here and into the client's hands before I actually start moving. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I'm working on right now.
Cool.
So what did you get recently?
What did I get recently? I got okay, I can show you. I got a resin conversion kit, or a dress-up kit that they call it. For guys that don't know what a dress-up kit is, it's basically takes it takes a kit and kind of enhances the look without altering the theme of the kit. It's basically the same kit, but it looks prettier, I guess. And the one that I got is from Infinite Dimensions, and this is the box. It's for the high new. And I gotta tell you, this is like the best resin kit in terms of production quality that I've seen. These guys are like I guess better than NeoGray. When NeoGray used to exist, they were known to have really nice boxes, red boxes, good manuals and stuff. But these guys went above and beyond. I can kind of show you right now. This is just regular resin pieces packed in baggies, very nice packed. What kind of blew me away is like they actually have a manual. I've never seen
look
this.
at that.
I've never seen this with a resin kit before. Usually it's just like these are garage kits, right? Produced in a garage, so they're very minimalistic when it comes to production values. But these guys actually have like an actual like glossy manual with color pictures and everything. It's really nice, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice quality paper. It's
What language is it all in?
full pictures. This is in Chinese. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in Chinese, so I use my my Google Translate app to kind of translate this stuff. Because for example, this is the color information, like what colors you should use. Gaia, Mr. Color, finishers, that stuff. So you need a color guide. But I find it pretty cool. It comes, it has a little sleeve. It came with a little sleeve. Has an embossed logo on it. Your decal sheet, water slide. So I thought this was kind of really nice to see this, because you never see this on a resin kit. It's always like a piece of printout paper. So that's pretty cool. And the other thing that I got was this puppy.
Finally.
I finally got one. Zach knows that I've been looking for this for quite a while, but I can never find it at an affordable price. I've been searching for this ever since basically I saw Henry's video build on it, and I just love the open hatch gimmick.
Yes.
I am a sucker for open hatch kits, and that kit is just beautiful. Open hatch. It's still an older PG, and it's not perfect, but yeah, I mean I think with a few panel lines, well placed panel lines, a nice paint job, decals and detailing, and an open hatch mode with its accessories and in the hanger, it just looks really awesome. So that's kind of like the idea what I have. Not too much, just normal, kind of like a normal build. But finally got it, and there was a store here in the U.S. called USA Gundam Store, I think it's called. They had it on sale. Plus, I had like a 10% off coupon, so I used that. So it came out a really affordable price, because that kit usually, back in the day, I think when the yen was a different, when the dollar against the yen was a different value, I think it was close to $300. I think, and I got this just about 170 shipped, so that was pretty good.
So do you prefer the GPO 1 or Zephyranthus form?
Good question. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's a good question.
Yeah, I still haven't decided myself.
I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I don't know. I like the boosters I like the boosters and the shoulders of the full burner. But I kind of like the smaller kind of, and the armor of the ground type, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. Like I want to merge. I want to keep the boosters on the back, but the rest of the body be the Zephyranthus. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can do that, because I mean you're technically in the hangar and in maintenance mode, quote unquote. So I guess you can kind of have that mix and match. I don't know. I guess I can play around with it. the good thing is that yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I love that you mentioned the hangar mode, like the Gundam police are gonna come in and go, you can't have the booster packs on it with the lower, and you're like, no, the hangars around it, it's okay, and they're like, oh, you're lucky.
The Gunpla is freedom police.
That's it.
That's it.
Actually, that reminds me. Years ago, I made a Zaku and the Luna Maria custom Zaku, the SD kit. I made that kit, and that kit is from Gundam Seed. And I remember I didn't have any decals back then, but I really wanted to put a little decal on the shield. So I had a spare water slide or like a drive transfer from a Zaku a Xeon decal from a Zaku 1 or something. So I just say, hey, what the hell? I'll just put it there. I just rub it on. And when I posted the pictures, everybody was giving me shit about that.
Oh, jeez.
How dare you not get it correct?
Oh, man.
That's a Seed mobile suit and you're putting a Xeon. I'm like, whoops.
Oh,
No, I didn't think people would care or notice back then, but apparently they do. So there's always gonna be one of those comments like, oh, you're.
Well, we don't have poverty or starvation in the world anymore, so we're allowed to get angry about things like that.
That's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
I always wondered where that meme came from. Now I know.
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
this PG I might just the good thing is that the armor you can swap it and you can play around with it. I mean it's one of those perfect grades where you can kind of swap armors and stuff. So I might just play around with it. Hell, I might just display the inner frame and just have all the armor pieces hanging on the hanger.
Yes, nice.
Actually, I can't. Actually, I cannot. Now that I remember.
Oh.
This is one of those PGs that I think doesn't have like the internal inner. I think I don't know. I have to go back and see Henry's video, but I think it's one of those PGs.
I have one, a second-hand one, and the GPO-1's lower legs, the armor clips on, but the armor actually has inner frame in itself. So the inner leg frame is for the Zephyranthes, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the chest, I think it's a core fighter. It's not an inner frame per se.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like a core fighter type of suit. So it's it's an early perfect grade, but I think it just looks it just looks awesome in my book. And
one of the best Gundam heads ever.
Oh, I love that. I love that head. I really like it. So, yeah. Justin, don't you have that head in resin form?
What?
Don't you have a GPO-1 resin head? Was it you?
It's the 3. It's the
GPO
3.
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar though, I think.
Squee has it. He's doing the wiring for me because I'm too dumb to wire all that. It's got like a LED thing and it picks up light. Yeah. And the whole thing was just really complicated, so I knew he knew about LEDs, and he said he'd do it for me.
It's funny that whenever you have trouble, whenever anybody has any trouble with their kits, they pack it up and send it to Squee, fix it for me. Isn't he working on some I think Lee's resin kit or something like that, or he was working on somebody's resin kit a few days ago.
He's always working on somebody else's kits. He's got a goof. I think that's Lee's. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that goof is not his. That's somebody else's goof. It's like I'm fixing this for a friend. I think he was like cleaning it up or something, or I don't know, fixing some fitting issues or something, and then sending it back. So. Yeah.
If you need your kit fixed, Squeeze Workshop. Check it out on Facebook.
He's gonna kill you.
now.
I'm sure I'll get an angry text from him. That's all good, though.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Sure.
All right. So next up, Josh, what are you working on, man? I think we all know, but tell us a little bit what's going on.
I'm working on, I'll see if you can even see. Okay. So it's the old MG Zeta Plus C1, and let me gently grab my new fella. And I put some longer legs on it. But I've got some photos that I'll show you because you can see it a little bit better. Just let me do my screen share here. Oh jeez.
Okay.
Okay, has that fixed it? Now it's not all weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So what I've got is, yeah, but doing some cutting on the legs. And this is my first time actually extending like the inner frame. So I did a big cut there, and this is the lower leg, and put in some black ply plate, and then did some nice sanding, make it all smooth, and file up the edges there. And this is something that I love doing, seeing the rough edge and trying to get it to be all perfect, semi-OCD satisfaction there. And then added some more ply plates in, and I wanted to extend it by about 7 or 8 millimeters. So because I already had a couple pieces on the inner frame, I put down 7 extra pieces, glued them all in together with my modeling cement, and then had to deal with some patience overnight because I want to work on it straight away. And that's what they look like for both sides. And then this is something that I want to be really careful about because I still want to be able to take my kit completely apart. So I made sure that I lined up the inner seam lines of the inner frame with the top and the bottom so that I can take it apart easy. Then
I'm glad you're explaining this because I was curious about that part.
Yeah. Hang on, lost my thing. Give me a second. And then a lot of cutting with my nippers, cutting it down, and then a lot of filing. So that took a bit of time, but it turned out really nice. And bam, there we go. So it's got about a 7.5 mil extension. So it might be a little bit too long. I think I have a fear of doing all this work and then having the extension not be big enough. So I kind of overdo it just a tiny bit. So I gave it maybe a mil extra, but it'll be cool. And then next up, I've been putting in the ankles, which is the MG 2.0 GM ankles. And what I needed to do was connect this new ankle to the underside of the inner frame. So I grabbed the original C1 ankle and chopped it across here and got this little bit up here. And another little chop off on the top of the peg. Then a lot of filing. And then this thing ended up being like 4 or 5 millimeters square, so really tiny. But I made it so that it would actually, there's a little slot in the top of the inner frame. And it pops right in there, nice and snug. So I glued that in, and it can actually use the original polycap that was in the C1's legs, which saves me a lot of modification. So that works with that. And here's the before and after shot with all the proportions that I've done so far. So the original one is on the left, and the new one's on the right. And I haven't done the arms or the back wings yet. So what you can see here is the thighs and the lower legs, and also the gap in between the front crotch piece and his chest. So this is the first time I've had him standing since I put the feet in, and I'm really excited. I'm just happy with how it's turning out so far. Yeah.
It looks great, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so all right, so I gotta ask, what's going on with the forearms there? You flashed a picture.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta ask.
Yep, I got ahead of myself. So basically, the arms here, I want to extend them just down a little bit because I've put this extension in the waist. The arms are just a little bit too high. So I took I'll actually go to this part here. So this is the semi-inner frame of the kit, of the forearm, and I wanted to cut across this line here where the hole is. And once again, I wanted to be able to keep it so I can take this thing completely apart. And there's male and female pegs in there. So I looked at the kit and I worked out that this center part is where I can cut it safely. So I cut it across the middle, and then I inserted about 4 millimeters ply plate in there and let that dry. And then I filed it down, and I'll show you the side of the forearms. While that was drying, I needed to extend. These are the left and right sides of the forearms that kind of clamshell it in. And I've just cut off some of my runners from the same plastic plate and used my modeling cement to glue those on. And then I filed them down, and you can see the ones on the left are the raw, and then the ones on the right are filed down. So that's given me a lot more plastic to play with. And now when I put it together, I have 4 extra millimeters. Extravaganza!
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Sounds amazing.
Working out how to do this inner frame part, because I don't want to just glue everything together and then hack at it. I swear I was staring at this little piece here for about 15 or 20 minutes, like I was trying to solve some crazy space algebra question. And I finally worked it out, and it goes together nicely. And this little part here, what I worked out that I'm going to do is, let me see if you can see it. This little tiny recess in here, it had some tiny little bit of inner details. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little piece for the front, little piece for the back that has some inner frame details that I can actually just stick on at the last second when I'm assembling the thing and glue it in place, and it'll put some nice detail there. So, so that's what I'm working on, and it's coming along. It's taken some time, but it's working.
It looks great, man.
Thank you.
Really, really good. So the mods are, I mean, really intelligently done. So.
Thank you. Yeah. It takes a lot of late night thinking, but it's working. I'm happy. Yeah.
That's for sure, brother.
Tell you what, when I get to the detailing, that's just going to be a dream. Oh my gosh, by comparison.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go over to Justin. Justin, now you just put out a model. So what's next on the table, man?
Too much. I have 3 commissions I'm working on right now.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm working on a contest entry for the It's a Gundam contest, and I'm working on a 1 to 72nd GM3 novelle.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a big kit, right?
It's huge.
It's a beautiful kit, though.
I've put together about half of one leg, and it took me about 2 hours to do.
Hey, Justin, I got a question about that kit.
All right.
How does the color resin feel as opposed to like the regular non-color, like the yellow or white resin? Because that's one of the things that I think is kind of dumb that a resin kit comes with color resin. It's kind of stupid that it does in the first place. But my concern is how does it feel when you sand it and when you're actually working with it?
I haven't gotten into any of the colored pieces yet because I'm working on the legs. So like I've sanded some gray for like the knee of the frame, or the frame of the knee, and like that's sanded just fine. But like I haven't messed with any of the red pieces or any of the other ones yet. But it's a lot less like, you know how they put that mold release on resin kits and you get them and sometimes they're really like it'll almost come off on your fingers a little bit.
Yep.
There's a lot less of that. Like I've noticed almost none of that. I don't know if that's a G system thing or, you know, but it feels roughly the same.
All right, cool.
But I have heard that it's harder to work with. It's a little more brittle.
The colored resins?
Yeah, because they add like a pigment to the resin, so it kind of messes with the composition, I guess.
Yeah, I think I heard from was it David Starshadow that mentioned that? Somebody did.
Yeah, I think it's usually Dave.
The feel was different or something. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, again, man, hey, thank you, Justin. I appreciate it, man. That Justa was awesome, by the way. Everybody seems to be liking it in the chat. Hey, chat, give Justin some love on that Justa while you're at it. So, all right. So next up, Simon. Man, are you working on anything since you just got back from Japan?
I'm still working on the Typhoon Cerberus Love kit. This thingy here.
Okay.
I've not really made a lot of progress, obviously, haven't been away. But I've just finished painting up this rifle, which is just I've just been through masking hell, trying to put a kind of Arctic camo on it of sorts.
Oh, cool.
It's not turned out as good as I wanted it to, but it's a learning process since I've not done it before. And I've also started doing a little bit of weathering. You can't see it very well here on the sort of top edge of this gun. Started adding some, like the using the sponge, adding some chipping effects on the corners, that kind of thing. And
so with your masking, are you masking to match up with details that are molded into the gun, or are you doing it straight on the panel?
Bit of both. So it's kind of, if I can, excuse me one sec.
Yeah, because I find the masking up straight on the panel that gets you mixed results. It's frustrating. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly. I mean, this is the larger gun that's been masked off. You can see I've done some of the inner detail on that.
Wow.
And it's just I've just got to do some panel lining on that to bring it out a bit more.
Yeah.
And
Geez, that white looks great.
Yeah, I've managed to sort of perfect the Arctic camo a bit. I literally started off by putting down these tiny squares of masking tape and just spaced it out a lot more on this and made it a lot more random looking, and it's turning out much better than the two rifles I showed earlier. So
Nice one.
So yeah, that's
Cool.
all I've done really in a minute.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, glad you made it back safely from Japan, and you had a good time, right?
Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's really good.
Good. How long were you there? You were there for a while, weren't you?
I was there for 2.5 weeks with the family.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really good.
Nice. Well, that's awesome, man. Well,
Hey,
welcome
Simon,
back.
I just love that your boy just gets to dress up as a ninja and play ninja all day long.
I was so jealous. I was so jealous. He got to have official ninja training for a day. And, he was in like a play at the end where he had to defeat the bad guys. It was so cool.
That's
so
fantastic.
Fun. And every time he swung his sword, they added a sound effect like a swing and a swing.
What?
Oh man.
Oh my
So
gosh.
funny.
What would be any better for a little boy or a little girl who's into ninjas? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. He was totally in his element. Yeah. He got a little certificate and a little katana blade at the end.
That is
Oh,
too cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, I know. I remember I had ninja dreams when I was a kid, so he must have been in heaven reenacting that.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, Simon. Zach, what are you working on, buddy?
Ooh, well, for the past few months, every time we've come to this point, I've always been like, well, still haven't quite finished the MG wing. That kit was finally finished, so I posted a video on that. The photos I haven't posted yet, but I need to do that. My computer, as I mentioned before we got started, this is not actually my computer. My computer is in the shop this weekend, getting a checkup. Anyway, so those maybe next week I'll post the pictures for that kit, and now I've got 3 HG kits in progress. The V2, which basically all 3 of these are just being in the process of getting ready for paint. 2 of which are ready. The V2 is not quite ready for paint. Still a lot of seams to be finishing on that. It's the V2 Assault Buster Venom. Recently I did the contest where I was giving away a free commission, and this is what the person chose. So luckily it was a kit that I already had, already snapped up, so that part was already done. But now I'm just working on all the seams, and it has quite a lot, so with all that extra stuff on there. So there's that. Then also the HG Hygog that I'm working on. That was just kind of out of nowhere, this kit. What I've been doing on that is getting rid of a lot of the details. So like here, a few parts are primed, but then like sanded again. So it has like the circles here on like the shoulder, just filled those in with putty. Got rid of some of the detail on the outside of the armor here. On like the torso, got rid of some of the detail on the top of the head, the back of the torso, stuff like that. Kind of reshaped the angles of these tanks here. They're not tanks, they're containers. So that these are going to fit under the arms, let's see, like this, under the shoulders.
Is that where they originally went, or have you kind of put them there?
Kind of. They're supposed to go like attached onto the arm, and then like when it's in cruising mode and like the shoulders are down, they are supposed to fit in there, but I made it so that it fits in there a little bit more snugly.
Yeah.
Nice. Fit in there like that,
You-
and
yeah,
it
'cause you have
needed
to
more
take it apart.
space. And I needed more space to let the arm move in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just had to reshape that a little bit. The legs, it had the 6 holes there. I got rid of 2 and just kept the 4. Drilled those out. I'm gonna put some wire mesh in behind that. So I'll do that a little bit later. After this is painted, just cut out a piece of wire mesh and slide it up behind there. And that's pretty much it. I just got rid of a bunch of detail here on the arm piece as well. Just make it more smooth. The idea behind that kit is to make it look like it's something out of Matt K. So I've been studying with this awesome book here. Just some themes, and especially just about like the colors and painting. So that's going to be kind of the thing that I think is going to make it really look like something Matt K. So I haven't exactly decided on the colors, but probably whitish, like the Fireball, the Matt K kit. But I guess they can. I mean, there are many different colors, but probably whitish with some other color, and then just going to be a bunch of weathering on it, so to give it that look. That's going to be the thing, and some other stuff. And then also just yesterday decided to also paint the Kamiki Burning Gundam. This HG kit, which was an HG kit that I was actually planning on giving away or selling, and then I have this picture. I don't have it on my computer, but I'll just try to show it to you on my phone, just for the sake of it. This picture here of this V2 Assault Buster, you can see, really nice.
Really
This
cool.
is it's just primed. Like this color, it's just gray and pink primer on there, but looks really good like that, and those colors actually. The finished kit looks great as well. It's from someone on Twitter. I forget the Japanese modeler's name, but so I have this image on my phone just on the background. Every time my wife sees it, she's like, "Oh, I really like those colors. I really like those colors." And she's like, "Why don't you paint a kit for me in those colors?" So it's like, okay. So I was looking around at what kit to use, and I thought this kit would be good. Just as something that has very minimal seams that I need to fix, and something that I can probably paint in just a few hours. It's not going to take long. It's 2 colors. Right? I'm going to make it 3 colors, but just a darker gray, lighter gray like that, and then just the pink accents.
There's something about gray prime kits. I've said it before. Whenever I see a prototype on some like blogs or something, geez, it looks good. Oh my gosh.
Brings out all the detail, doesn't it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I was planning on doing that last night. Actually, I thought, well, I can just paint that up in a night, and it'll be very easy. But last night it was pouring rain all night, so it wasn't really good for that. Today, though, my wife and son are gonna go spend some time. We're gonna go hang out at her parents' place for a while. So in that time, maybe I'll have some time. Just paint that up really quick, and hopefully get the Hygog finished primed as well, and paint that up later this week. So yeah, those are my 3 current active works in progress. That's it.
Very cool.
Busy
Very
times.
cool. Yeah, seriously, everybody's busy with little things. That's crazy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. So I guess that leaves me. I'm working on this little Barbados build. Just playing around with making it look a little more cool, a little bit more my style, if you will. Finished a model a couple weeks ago. No big deal on that. But that's basically what I'm working on. So.
Tim, don't you want to take on another huge project again?
Do I? No, not really. Not after a 4-year marathon. Not feeling it. I want to get some quick builds out of the way right now.
Yeah.
So, but the Barbados is coming along pretty cool. Swapping some parts out, especially on the head and things like that. So yeah, it should be fun. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. So
You don't have that head right there with you that you've been working on, right? We've seen pictures of it, but I think other people have not.
I do not. I can get it pulled up here right quick. Give me a second here, and I will show the peoples.
All right, but that's all you're gonna get after that.
What's
If
that?
it takes longer than a second, though, people are just gonna have to wait.
You know what? It's right here. So go ahead and give me the good old screeny.
Yep, you got it.
All right. So let's see. Share my screen. There he is.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
So
Yeah.
I swapped out the face with a Zeta Plus face plate there, and swapped out that big ugly boomerang V-fin for an old scrapped new 1.0 master grade V-fin. And I really dig it. It has the kind of grandiose feel of the old ugly boomerang, but it's a lot more elegant. So I'm sticking with this one. So I like it.
Indeed.
When I saw that photo the first time, I'm like, holy crap, he's sacrificing a new car for the head crest. But no, 1.0. Okay, good.
Yeah. And dude, it was scrapped a long time ago. So
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't doing anything but collecting dust. So I had zero heartbreak on putting that V-fin on there. So
yeah,
I think it looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Then there's always this thing. I finished that up a little while ago. No biggie.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that SD? Is that what that is?
It's just an action figure I got.
Yeah, nice. Gashapon figure.
Yeah,
it just happens to be number 1 on Modernist G. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help if they vote for an action figure. It's not my fault. Anyway, all right. So that's all I got. So with that being said, let's move in to some news. Zach, take it away, brother.
I don't want to take up too much time with this, so luckily there wasn't really much news. Last month we had
take the screen too.
3. Oh yeah, let me take that away from you. Last month we had 3 new kits announced, which was very minimal, and one of them was the Thunderbolt, just re-released kit, Zaku 1. So really, just like the latest things, which is something that we talked a little bit about already, was the MG, the new MG Unicorn variation kits, the Zeta Plus, and the Gyaradoga, new Unicorn MG versions. That's like the latest news, and yeah, mixed feelings about that. I think a lot of disappointment overall, though. So, I mean, any of you guys wanting to buy either of those kits?
Nope.
If I didn't have
not really.
If I didn't have the Gyaradoga MG already, I would have got the sleaze version. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. I think I might buy that kit just because I know eventually I'm gonna want a Gyaradoga kit, so yeah, I would prefer that one. So might as well just buy it now. I have no plans of building it anytime soon. I mean, that's the kind of thing you can always buy those kits later, like on eBay or something, if you really wanted to find it out, and it wouldn't be like the hardest thing to scratch build, but might as well. Anyway, save myself the trouble. But
and I
yeah,
already have 3 of the MG C1s, so I don't need another one. That's for sure. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Hey Zach, Tim still present. Still.
Yeah,
I
just switched that up.
Okay.
I thought I pressed it, but I guess I must have pressed the wrong button. Anyway, other than that, other news is just from Unicorn, because now since that's the current series going, it is a series, but it's not really new. We have the HG version, the Full Armor Unicorn Destroy Mode Red version, now coming out. Which I think that was a P-Bandai kit before, was it not? Someone said that to me. I don't remember, and I haven't checked. Any of you guys remember if that was
a
I don't remember. Kit or an Expo exclusive kit before? Possibly.
Maybe.
The good point of it is that it now comes with a Hyper Beam Javelin. 1 is better than 0, but before that was only available in like the manga set. So if you wanted to build an HG, Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, recently last time I was up in Seoul with Sungdong, he was telling me he thinks the HG version is the best because it has the best proportions. I prefer the MG's proportions. What do you guys think? Which version of the Unicorn has the best proportions?
Yeah, I like the MG. Those
MG,
of course, the really long legs. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I agree.
They're both ugly.
They're both super boring.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's really, I mean, because now Iron Blooded Orphans, the last kit coming out from that is going to be the Astaroth. That's out, I believe, in May. After that, we don't have anything else coming out at the moment, and it may be a couple months of nothing out from Iron Blooded Orphans before the second season starts. We have the Thunderbolt re-release kits, but no new Thunderbolt kits out yet. We're supposed to get an announcement of an MG from Thunderbolt, but no news on that yet. But a month from now is the Shizuoka Hobby Show, when I'm guessing we'll get the news about that, as well as probably get the news about the next RE and RG kits at that time, I'd imagine. So when we do this, next month we'll probably have some really exciting things to talk about, but this month, not really so much. That's about it.
Hey, Zach.
Yo.
What about the latest kind of onslaught of pictures that we've been getting? I think yesterday, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The Mechanicore Penelope, right?
Yeah. Every day we get like 2-3 pictures. This morning I woke up to find like they have like these option. They're trying to release, I guess, with different option sets. And this morning, like a base with the fin funnels flying out or stuff like that. What do you think about it?
I know I'm gonna get the kit one way or the other. It's just a matter of this one, unlike previous Mechanicore kits, has quite a bit of different options and things that you can get with it. So I think they're really going for a cash grab. Maybe they ended up losing money on the Deep Striker project. It's a big thing. I don't know. I don't know how much money. Maybe they didn't make quite as much off that as much as they wanted. So they're like, well, we really need to, on next project, try to make up some cash. So let me actually, it would be better if I pull that up for, just in case anyone doesn't know. Pull up Samuel's page.
Now, is it the Penelope or the Cubely?
Cubely. Did I say Penelope?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Cubely. I think the kit itself looks good. I like the look of it. Basically, what the options are, like Jim said, one option is the base. The base doesn't come with the kit. It's an option you have to buy separately if you want. The other option is the weapon set, which is a long, like, Buster rifle. It kind of looks like a lance, but apparently it's a rifle. But we haven't really seen any good pictures of it yet, so that's what I'm waiting to see. And also a shield. And what else comes with that? I forget. Something else in that weapon set as well. I forget. But the LED beam saber.
They're selling it pieced out. You don't get the whole thing if you just buy it.
No, the weapon set is separate. And
that is dumb.
Yeah. Here, okay. Let me share my screen and I'll show it to you. Here we go. Oh no. All the buttons, all the options stuff here is in Korean, so hopefully I'm pressing the right thing. Because I'm using my wife's computer. But here you can see is the lance. Well, yeah, here even Samuel has it as a lance because we really haven't seen a good full picture of this yet. But the rifle and shield, so that's going to be an extra set that you have to buy. And then here, I think if we pass a couple of these pictures, here's what I think is really cool. I really love this clear pieces there in the shoulder. You can see through the shoulder binder into some of the detail inside there.
Yeah.
That's going to look really cool, I think.
Yep.
And then, let's see, there's all the inner detail, lots of stuff there. Here was one of the newest pictures. Now this one was the one where it talks about some of the options, and here you can see on the side. There's 3 different versions of the kit. One version is just like white, I guess the one that's been pictured so far. The other one is transparent purple, and the other one's transparent red. So
is that the armor or the
armor? Yeah.
Whoa.
So basically, it's like,
aren't there 3 different Cubile kits or variants anyway?
You're right. Yeah.
So instead of making the red and purple versions just regular kits, they're making them clear kits instead. So which is kind of interesting.
Wow.
One thing I talked to a Jim is like with Mechanicore kits, their kind of biggest issue a lot of people have had is with the quality of the plastic being rough, not being very smooth. So for clear kits especially, that's obviously a big problem. So But apparently they've said they're going to use, I forget what they said it's called. You remember what they said what it's called, Jim? Some kind of molding.
Yeah, mirror polishing or something like that. That's
Yeah.
what they're calling it. Supposed to be like super smooth,
Mhm.
which is imperative for clear parts. If otherwise, you're just not gonna. It's gonna be a rough surface, and you're not gonna be able to see through it very well. So, and I've seen China-made clear parts before, and they're not the best, right? And even some Bandai kits, you can struggle a little bit because they're so thick. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence whether to not get. I don't know. I might do something like Zach thinks of doing, is buying the white one, of course, by default, and then buying another color set, and then later on maybe selling it if I decide not to build it.
Yeah. So, yeah, like Jim said, that's my plan. I think at the moment I have not quite totally decided yet, but I think what I'm gonna do is just buy the white one and maybe the purple clear one, and then when I get them, I'll check it out and see which one I want to keep one and sell the other one. Unless we get some more good pictures, but I don't think they've ever showed like pictures of like the full kit before released. With the Kshatriya, they showed the prototype pictures, but since then I think we've only ever had CG renders before the kit comes out, so it's kind of hard to tell. So for that reason, I might just buy two. I don't think I'm gonna buy the weapon set because I don't care about an LED beam saber. The shield looks ugly. The Buster launcher looks kind of cool, but I don't know about that. I guess that's only like an extra $35 or $40 depending on which one. Here's a look at the base that we were talking about. The only thing that I don't like about it is that the clear parts they're going up from the base instead of the back of the cubile. So it looks like the funnels are shooting out of the base instead of out of the back of the cubile, which is kind of silly.
Is that maybe just to show that the base gives you the effect parts, the long strings, and they just don't have the kit in there, so maybe they just mount it in there? Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe those will plug into the back skirt as well.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you'd think that they couldn't release a Quebly kind of variant without it coming out of the back of it, but who knows? Yeah.
I thought that it's coming out of the base just because they have LEDs going through.
Oh, actually, yep. I can't read that. So yeah. Oh, is it over on the right or something? That makes sense. Yeah.
More
to
detail.
make them powered. Yep. Oh, there we go.
Here, let's see. It says it has LED switch. What's this? There's some more stuff here. That's just the specifications. But
okay.
I think that's why they're going from the base, is because it feeds the light up through there. Whereas if they did that from the back skirt, it's kind of a lot of stuff to pack into not back skirt, backpack. But
yeah, that'd be like 10 different connections that you'd have to put into the tail armor. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm on the fence about the base as well. I think the kit's probably going to look good just standing. You really don't need a base, I think. So, and just because of the weight of it, of what I'm sure it's going to be weighing up on a base, may not really be necessary. So I don't know. That's about that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll buy it. But
I love reimagining of old MSs, and the Quebly's so smooth, and I like that they've given these angles to it. It looks great.
Yeah, I really like their new interpretation of it. I think it does look good. Some people have said like it's too like mechanical looking, I guess, or like too much mechanical detail or something. I don't know. Looks good to me. Justin, you hate the Cubile. What do you think about that?
I think that it looks better than the Cubile, but I still think it's ugly. I did when you were showing the pictures. I noticed one thing I hadn't noticed before, and that's that it said it has a centralized power system. That's something I do like, considering the mechanical. It has how many LEDs?
Oh yeah.
One battery per LED. That's kind of like that.
if you look back at the pictures of the base, it actually showed like an LED, or not an LED, a USB. It looks like it plugs into the back, so it looks like the whole thing can be powered via USB, which is super nice.
That's fantastic. Oh.
They need to stay on top of that.
Yeah, that is something really nice about that. So You know, with the bass, I don't know exactly how the bass is going to work, but it would be nice if the bass had the function or had the ability to be down low enough that you can just have it just standing on the bass, but still have that arm there connected to it just for extra support, so you know it isn't going to fall over.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of nice, and then yeah, you still have the function, the USB function of the bass too, which would be nice. But if it has that port, then I guess you can plug it in directly from the kit. You don't really need the bass to plug it into a USB, right? If it already has the mini port built in.
Yeah, the Kshatriya has that as well in the tail, and it has
it's got that battery pack, and then you can charge it, and then
Charge
you
it
can
up.
take it out.
Yeah.
And maybe that's going to do something similar.
So it
Somebody
seems
send that kit to Squee so he can like program some crazy lighting display for that thing. Because if it has USB, I'm sure he could mastermind, go mad scientist on it. So if somebody buys it and wants some crazy tricked out lighting thing, Squeeze Workbench on Facebook. Squeeze Workbench. Look it up. He'll hook you up.
that
Can't wait till he sees
is.
this.
He's gonna love it.
He is.
That is that. I guess I think there's something else I was gonna say about that. Oh, the nice thing about Mechanicore, I think, is that they do seem to listen to what people like and dislike about their kits. So it seems like every new kit, they always try something new, and for the most part, the things that they try are usually things that the people don't like. But at least they don't continue that with future kits if they get a lot of complaints about that. So I think that is one kind of good thing about their company. So should be good.
I'm about to pop my sparkling champagne here, so just a moment of silence for this. Here we go. I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to see if it comes back and hits me in the face.
Here's the
Models.
Look at my cork popping face. Shoot the balloons. Hang on.
What about the balloons?
Yeah! Oh, man.
All right.
1 year.
Oh. I love you guys. It's
That's
just you mean so much to me, and we've just been through so much, and I just don't know where I'd be without you. And I love you, Dad and Mom. Okay, I'm sorry.
Probably for the best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Zach, thank you for the news, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this thing rolling, man. Let's start answering some questions. Chad, if you have questions, start asking them.
Anything.
Because you're going back and forth with some crap like. I'd love to see a bass like Tim's Hummingbird has. Yeah, very nice work on the Hummingbird. Nobody wants to read that. Come on now. You can do better than that, Chad. So ask us some questions. Let's get it going here. So with that being said, the first question that we had was for Simon, from Mr. Jeff Longman. What was the weirdest thing you ate on your trip?
Oh, yeah, I answered that in the chat, but I'll say it again. It was unagi, which is seared eel.
That's so good, though.
Oh, it's so good.
I like unagi. It's delicious.
We have
Seared fish, you said?
eel.
Seared eel.
Seared eel. Okay, yeah, I'd eat that.
Yeah.
It was very good.
That's really common here in Korea, too. Really good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some unagi after the show.
Ooh.
Actually on that.
That sounded like an innuendo.
Jim's gonna get some seared eel after the show. Watch out.
You know what? I don't know. I never heard this much in Japan, Simon. Maybe you have, but like here in Korea, with a lot of foods, including that food, they always say like it's really good for manpower, and like basically like it's good for like good.
I'd heard that seaweed is supposed to be good for balding men, so I think I'm gonna have to.
I'm not talking about that power.
Go, but yeah, I know the power you're talking about.
But have you heard, I never heard that when I lived in Japan, but you hear that pretty regularly with a lot of foods here in Korea. Have you heard of that in Japan ever?
I don't think I have, no.
Yeah.
But
Must
it's
just
good to
be
know.
Koreans, must be a Korean thing. Yeah, that they
Actually,
said like
I had some Korean food when I was in Incheon, and
yeah.
does everything have to have extreme spice over there? Because that seems to be the case.
Uh,
But it's
luckily
nice.
no. Yeah, luckily no, because if that was the case, I'd have some real trouble because I don't do really spicy food very
Right.
well. But luckily, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is not spicy. But of course, the most famous foods, like
Mm.
kimchi, of course, is spicy. Bibimbap is
Mm.
spicy. Kimchi jjigae is spicy. So, but no, there's plenty of stuff that's not. You just
Mm.
have to know.
I love kimchi,
I
by the way.
I'd imagine that like eating Korean food in another country, that a lot of the stuff is going to be spicy because like that's what it's kind of known for.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. About the eel though, like eating the tail piece, where it's
Mm.
like just coming to the end of the eel, like that's like the piece that's especially the man has to eat that piece. There's been times I've been out like with coworkers or something, and they're like, "Oh, here, you have to eat this."
Ah.
Make you strong like bull.
Because
Make you strong.
come to think of it, that hasn't since I've had a baby, that hasn't happened anymore. So I guess now the pressure's off. I don't have to eat the
Talk
eel
about
tail
innuendo.
anymore.
Alrighty,
Next
moving
question.
on. All right, so we missed one here. Vincent Domicil, he wants to know what is everyone's favorite MS custom they've done and why. So let's start with Justin on that one.
Oh God, I've only done like 2. I guess the GM, because it was, I don't know, it was fun. I think I put more effort into the GM than I did my little Easy 8 custom that I did. I actually like had to modify pegs and stuff like that, and it was a really fun learning experience.
Mm.
Agreed. Tim, I guess we can all guess what yours is.
It's the Barbados, hands down.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I mean it's obvious. It's the hummingbird. I love it. I mean, hell, I spent 4 years on the damn thing, so yeah, no brainer. So now,
Mine's-
I was gonna say, Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only only imagine what yours might be.
Well, I really do like my St. Andrew, but one of my first ones where I was doing all the cutting was my Sword Impulse, and that was just fun discovery, working out how cool it can look by cutting armor. So I think my favorite one is probably my Strike, because I had a little bit of experience in cutting, and the kit itself is really good. So I think my Strike is probably my favorite one for fun of doing. Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's surprising.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
and
what's
it wasn't
Oh,
a
sorry.
grueling task like the St. Andrew, which was 6 months. So yeah.
Nice. Jimmy, what about you, buddy?
I gotta say maybe what I'm doing right now, the SD kit bash, just because of the amount of stuff that I've learned. It's my first kit bash, and you know, it's kind of like a unique kit that basically it doesn't exist. I mean, the way it is right now, it's the way it's proportioned. So I kind of wanted to give it that teenager kind of SD kind of look, not so squashed. My client also wanted it that way, and just the amount of mods that went into that thing and what I've learned along the way, that's kind of making my favorite so far. So there you go.
Very cool. Very cool.
SD Kit Bash.
Awesome. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to the next question here from Tylushi. He wants to know, what master grade kit should I start out as my first? Simon, what do you think?
God, that's a good question. Probably, I don't know, the RX-78, or I'd say whichever one that you like the look of the best.
Yes.
Probably the best answer. Because if you enjoy what you've done at the end of it, you know, you enjoy the design of that kit, and it's going to inspire you to do more. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's typically my answer, Simon. Is like whichever one whichever design you think looks best to you. But I have a small caveat there, is that try to avoid transformable kits. Just because you don't want to run into you don't want to be frustrated. If your first kit, you want to be challenged, right? It's a master grade, lots of parts, but you don't want to get to a point where it's like so frustrated that you don't want to go back to it. So try to avoid transformable kits, and try to avoid kind of very old kits. It's not really a rule, but usually newer kits have a little bit better engineering. But that's really not to worry about that much. But yeah, try to avoid like the Zeta and the Unicorn and what other finicky transformable kits are out there.
Delta Plus is a transformable as well.
The Delta Plus is also one that's kind of a pain. I've heard.
And
Zetas.
Yeah. And I second your point about the older kits, because I bought my dad a Gundam kit and he liked the Zaku TriStars, and I got him the original MG. And he was having trouble building it, and I'm like, geez, Dad, they're pretty easy to build. You just follow the instructions. Then I saw the instructions for the old kit, and they're horrible. They make you do so many parts over to the left and then bring that part in. So yeah, definitely go above maybe 2003 or 2004 for your kit. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd start off with the Zeta 1.0. It's very solid. It's easy. It's an easy build. Not much work you have to put into it. So, yeah, the Zeta 1.0. Look for it. You can probably get it real cheap right now. So, sarcasm, by the way.
Man, you do it too good. We need like a big sarcasm thing on the screen.
I know, right?
Sarcasm.
Like a sarcasm banner for that shit.
Yeah.
Like a flashing sign above it that says sarcasm.
Yeah. We need like a disclaimer or something too, you know. So, all right. So we lost Zach for a minute. It looks like
thank God.
It looks like he crashed. So we're gonna keep moving on here until we get him back here. So
I think he's going to get some eel. Some unagi. Yeah.
Loads of eel tails.
Yeah, that's the tails.
Nice. All right, so let's see. My good friend Enrico Asanohashi. Well, I have a question. Who is entering GBWC this year? I know Josh is, but anyone else?
I can't.
I am.
I would like to, if I can finish something. Josh has got me all inspired, and I want to go home and work on my GBWC plan, but I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to sit down and do what he does.
And I don't have a little one as well at home, so I have a little bit more time and a little bit more sleep.
I'm free for another day and a half. So.
Oh, you can get it done easy.
Yeah,
loads of time. Just don't sleep.
Nice.
Yeah, Simon, that sucks, Simon. You can't do it. Darn it.
It is a shame, but
Yeah.
Come over here and join over here.
Yeah, just emigrate. There you go.
Yeah, you can stay at my house.
Oh man, you might have to like marry Justin to make it legal just for 6 months.
That's
and
okay.
They'll do that interview.
Make it in your state.
Hey Josh, if I can convince my client to take my kit to GBWC in Australia, you might be able to see it. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh man, hell yes.
Cool.
If I can convince him, I don't know if I've not built it yet, but you know it might be good enough to at least show off at the contest, not necessarily win, but
oh man,
show it up over there.
Yep, that's the best part of the comp is everybody just bringing their kits and just having them there. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So maybe I'll enter. I don't know. I gotta talk to my client about it. He's in Australia, so who knows?
Yeah. What's the kit?
It's the SDHG kit bash for Mark II Titans.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so.
All right, cool deal. All right, so like I said, guys, we lost Zach for a few minutes here, and it seems like we're stuck on Jim's camera. So we apologize for the technical difficulties. And if you don't like watching Jim, you can just turn your monitor off and just listen. But if you do like looking at Jim, then don't do anything. Just keep watching. He'll entertain you.
Do a little dance.
Yeah. while you're not talking, just dance with you. Dance, monkey, dance.
Do like interpretive mime of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Oh, alrighty then. So let's move on. Our good friend Clay Geller is in the chat. And,
Hey, Clay.
Hello, Clay.
He said, "What made you guys think up this crazy idea to do hangouts in the show?" So I think that one's on Jim.
Yeah, that's I mean, I actually kind of quote unquote stole the idea from somebody. There is a YouTuber who builds starships. He is I forgot his name. Trek Builder, I think his name is. I don't remember now. Or Trek Models. He builds basically, Star Trek spaceships and from Star Wars and all types of starships. It's